Welcome to the Fatherhood Fitness Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Pluff. Each week, we will cover various topics that dads struggle with in their fitness journey. I'll give you actionable steps that you can apply right away, not only to take back control of your own health, but so you're able to be a better example for your kids too. We're going to be talking about why you should stop going to the gym, why it might not even be worth it for you. Now, this doesn't mean that you should stop working out altogether. What I mean is that you have a very short amount of time in your life with your kids. You have a very short amount of time in your life that they're going to be young. And so I strategically plan my workouts so that I know that I can maximize my time with them. One, when I know I'm working out, I know I'm going to feel better. I'm going to be able to run around with them. But two, I don't want my workouts to interfere with time that I can spend with them. So my kids are young right now, so they still nap. And so if I can, I always try and plan my workout around nap time. And so I don't have to spend or to go to the gym, work out during some of those times where I could be spending with them. And so a lot of times now I try and work out before dinner. I know that dinner is a priority for me and my family, so I want to make sure I never miss it. So if my workout's going to run into dinner, then I'm not going to be able to get it in that day. And so I have 2 times I schedule my workout each day now. And I either have a morning time or I have a time later on in the afternoon that doesn't interfere with dinner. It doesn't interfere with other things because my priority is, one, spending time with my family and being with my kids. And yes, working out is a great way to make sure I'm maximizing that time, because if my back's hurting or I haven't done something in a while, I end up pulling a muscle, things like that, then I'm not going to be able to run around with them. And I want to be able to do that as long as possible. I want to be able to work or run around with my grandkids. I want to make sure I stay in shape for my entire life and not just get in great shape and look like I'm in great shape. I want to actually feel great too. And so my workouts have definitely changed over the years, and my workout times and what I do for them has definitely changed. Now, I still go to the gym. I work from home, so my schedule allows it. Before I was working from home full time, I very rarely went to the gym. I would go to the gym on Saturdays, but I didn't go after work because I was teaching, I was coaching, and then if I went to the gym or maybe I had some clients in person, then I'm gone from 6:45 in the morning to 7 o'clock at night, and I get like 30 minutes with my kids before we got to get ready for bed. So that wasn't ideal for me. That wasn't the life I wanted to live. I would much rather have spent that time with my kids than going to the gym and spending more time away from them and my family. So now, a few weeks ago, we talked about, just being disciplined with your schedule and making sure you put everything on the calendar. And one of my priorities, or my top priority, is the family time. I schedule my family time. I schedule my workouts, my wife workouts, all the activities my kids have, and then the other non-essential things kind of get filled in from there. But I make sure my workouts don't interfere with times where I'm able to actually play with my kids, and I want to make sure. I want to make sure that I'm always maximizing that time with them, because I know, like, even if they lived with me for 18 years, or they're going to live with me for 18 years, then they're going to go to college, that time that they're a little kid is so small. They're so small. And then they're going to go to school. My wife and I actually plan on homeschooling our kids, or we're considering it. They're not quite to that age yet, but I want to make sure that I can spend as much time with them as possible. But I also know that me personally, I have to take care of myself, because that is a priority, and that's not selfish at all. I used to kind of feel like if I was going to the gym, if I were to just spend time away from them, working out, that was selfish, because I could be spending time doing with them. And I've come to realize that it's a very important part of being a dad, is taking care of yourself, making sure I'm eating healthy, making sure I'm taking care of my body so that I can be the best dad I can be the best husband I can be. But that being said, I'm not going to work out from 6 to 8 at night and miss putting my kids to bed, right? So I'm either going to work out first thing in the morning, or, like I said, during nap time if possible. It's definitely not going to be over dinner. It's definitely not going to be when I'm putting them to bed, because those are special times that I get with my kids that I'm not giving up. That's my priority. Now, maybe your schedule is different. Maybe you work nights, so you have the mornings and things like that. But this is just how I schedule it, and that's why I think that if you can work out at home, that is a great option, and you don't have to go to the gym to get in great shape. That's another very important part. That's a big myth that you have to go to the gym. You don't even have to go to the gym to build muscle. You can build muscle from home, and you don't have to have a ton of equipment to do it either. So you can get in great shape. You don't have to go to the gym. And if you're gone all day, the gym might not be right for you. You might have to invest a little bit of money, probably maybe more than you're comfortable with, to hire a coach, to get some equipment so you can do things at home, to learn to create a plan that works for you. But if you're in my situation where you do spend the majority of your time at home, you're working from home, then yeah, it's okay to go to the gym, spend some time um, away from at home, taking care of yourself. But it's not selfish. It's not selfish to take care of yourself. It's not selfish to go to the gym. But if it's interfering with you being a dad, if you're spending too much time alone, if you're spending too much time at the gym doing other things rather than your responsibility of being a dad, then you may have to reevaluate some of your priorities there. That concludes this episode of the Fatherhood Fitness Podcast. Thank you for those of you who took time out of your busy schedules to listen. If you have any questions or comments or an idea for a topic for a future episode, please feel free to reach out, and I'd love to hear from you.